Happy Sunday, everybody. Back on the Triumph build. I was supposed to be getting some more footage of the T140 and a little bit of the MGB, but that hasn't materialised. So I thought I'd get you a little bit more on the build. So today I'm going to put the throttle bodies in place. Obviously got the back end together. My new risers have turned up, so I'll quickly show you those with the bars in place. Anybody that's checked out the works on Instagram will have seen it with the tank in place as well. You can see that's come out quite well. Very happy with those. Starting to look pretty good. These aren't set back down again yet because I'm waiting for the headlight brackets to turn up. But yeah, and it's pretty much set up at the right height now. So got quite a good amount of ground clearance there. All wiring's pretty much in place except for the front end. But today, yeah, so I'm going to put the throttle bodies in and torque up most of the engine mounts that are in place there. And then this afternoon I'm going to strip and paint the frame rails, which are over there, get them ready to go in. And yeah, on Thursday there'll be a lovely little story about the wheel for the back. And I have sourced the front wheel, but we'll get to that when it turns up, hopefully this week. But yeah, without further ado, let's get these throttle bodies ready. We've got some cleaning up of the intakes to do, and yeah, we'll get it on. There we go, beautifully simple. I'm not going to over this off on cleaning this because I'm aiming to not be too precious about this motorcycle. It's supposed to be a usable off-road bike. Well, off-road, on-road, mostly on-road, but pretending to be an off-roader. I don't know, whatever you might think. But yeah, so intake stacks, 2 bolts each side, nice and simple. On here, and at the top, and just run them until they're snug, and then it's going to be 12 Newton meters. It's beautifully clean, this motor. One in here. Sorry if you can't quite see, it's a bit difficult to film this. And there. One there. Yes. Back over them. Yeah. And they're in. See, you can quite make this out. They've got a scallop in the top, and that is for the injector to fire into the intake tract. So it's evident which way around they go. Plus there's a groove here that sits on the intake itself. So double check those, just be sure. That's just a seam, that's fine. So that is this side. There's that in place. And the second one. In place. There. Make sure they're nicely aligned. Rolling. Get the throttle bodies. There they are. So it's built to be that side. And there they are. That's simple. And there's our throttle position sensor cable, like so. And somewhere within this loop is our injector harness connector. So this is the actual injectors themselves. Nice reassuring click, what we like to hear. So at some point I will address these tops and replace those, but I'll do it before the tank goes on for the final time. But as it stands, they can stay for now. That's those. Now we just then in with the pod filters, so they drop into there. Now I think I want those clamps at the top, with those up and in place like so. It's a bit of a challenge. You have to get the cable tie on that harness, I think. Let's do that first. It's always a struggle with throttle bodies that aren't meant to have this kind of fitting, because getting these to stay in place is forever going to be a challenge, I think. Key is not to over tighten them. Yep, there we go. There we have it. They're installed. I'm not overly inspired by the grip of the filter to the throttle body. They don't seem to be going anywhere at the moment, but I've had issues with that in the past. It's to do with the nature of the throttle bodies having a really minimal flange there, and usually they're held in place by the airbox. It just goes with the territory of getting rid of the airbox. So if they become a pain, might have to come up with something for that, whether it's an extension piece and something with a grub screw or something. We can figure that out. But yeah, it's a really simple install, getting throttle bodies back in. We've got 2 electrical connectors, one for the throttle position sensor, one for the injectors themselves, and then 4 bolts for the intake tracks, and then we've got 4 clips as you've just seen, and 2 clips for the filters. I still need to fit the map sensor hoses, but they were perished, so that's another common issue on the Bonneville. So need to source a set of them, maybe some aftermarket vacuum hose to connect up to there, but we can do that. And yeah, on to the next job. So we'll leave it for there now, folks. Thank you for joining me. Click like, subscribe, all the good stuff as per usual, and I will see you on the next one.